Hello, everyone. This is Karen Cornell, your Creative Memories Advisor. And I am back from my little mini vacation slash scrapbooking time with my best friend. And we went to Hilton Head and we had the most amazing time. The weather was perfect, absolutely gorgeous. We were on the beach, we lounged in the pool, we listened to music by the pool and the beach. We went out to dinner, and then we scrapbooked. It was just, we took a nap. Like it was great. So, fabulous time. So, but I did prep for this in a different way than I ever have. I If you've been watching this series, I had a plan of working on my Disney album and finishing my Disney trip with my family. And I had a great plan. I thought I printed all the pictures, and then I went to start prepping for it, and I realized I missed an entire day of Magic Kingdom pictures. I forgot to print those, which I know we have a wonderful community here, and I know I'm not alone in saying that this happens to other people, and you go to start working on a project and realize you forgot some pictures, and forgot to print them, which is very weird for me because I'm usually very, very good at printing pictures. So I print chronological, so I don't know how I missed a whole day, but I did. I am going to quadruple check before I order them again, but I was like, scratch that, plan B. And then I was going to do Christmas, and I got everything ready for Christmas. And I slept on it, and the next day I woke up and I was like, I don't want to scrap Christmas at the beach. That doesn't sound like fun at all. So I went to plan C, which was I have a lot of unfinished albums and I want to get them done. So that's what I did. And I literally used my project tote as my helper in this. And I used just these from the project folders, the board that comes in that, and I put 2019 volume 1, and I used the folders, and I did first layout, second layout, third layout, whatever I needed to get done. I put everything I needed in there and just in order so that I could just knock it out, because these albums had a lot of post-it notes, and the only way I was going to get it done is if I devoted time to it. And when it's at home, I'm just like, oh, I'll get to that. I don't feel like doing that. So here I was like, well, it's getting done. And I will tell you, this system worked for me beautifully. I'm this kind of person, a perusing this way, not where I have it all laid out in a box. That just doesn't work for me. I know it works for some people, and that's what's the beauty of scrapbooking, is we can all find our systems that work for us and we share them. And especially, that's the goal of this channel, is to share ideas, because it may not be how you're going to do it, but it may spark another idea like, oh, I could do this. And then it helps you. And that's the goal of this channel, is for us to build a community and help each other. So what worked was I was able to knock out a lot of those post-it notes. And I will switch my camera and show you what I did. So let me switch cameras. So this is the first album. This was volume 1. And I had, several post-it notes. I came home with, there's basically 2 post-it notes in here. And there was several, not a lot. I would say under 10. But I pretty much did all of this, it ended up being 48 pages. And in these pages, there were some that needed to be completely started from scratch, layouts, some that needed journaling, some that needed titling, some that needed just embellishments, some just make it a little bit better. Some of them I was like, it's kind of boring. Let's add some stuff, some pizzazz to it. And this was a great time for me to do that. And prior to the trip, I looked through every page, and I was like, what do I need to do on this page? What do I need? And I took those project folders and those pocket folders, and I just laid everything in it, or a pocket sleeve, and I just put it all in there. I put it in order in that project tote, and it worked beautifully. So here is one that needs a post-it note, because one thing I didn't take was my discards from this album. And what I like to do for my title pages is use pictures that I may not have done a full album or a full page on, but they were still a cute picture and a cute memory from their ages and our life and stuff. So I need one more picture 4x4 that I need to look through discards. Super easy to do. I can knock that out in no time. The other Post-it was I'm missing another picture here because I changed my layout viewpoint on this. So I need another, and that picture's upside down, so I need to change that. But I need another picture here, which I can find very easily. But then this album's done. I mean, I did it all. Like, most of this was done probably about, let's see, about here on back is what I had to work on for this album. And, it was a title. It was journaling. The layouts were mostly done. Most of these are PRs that I've had done. So this album I knocked out pretty much the first day. And remember, I did not scrapbook all the time. We were having fun. We were just, it was a vacation for both of us. It was very nice. So in the time that we did have, we were very efficient. I think the hardest part we had was getting the Cricut Joy to connect to our Bluetooth. And that was the part that was frustrating us. So once we got that, we were cruising. So this one does have a few more Post-it notes. I have not done my title page, but I am going to copy the same one, the same design, a layout. It was a project recipe, or not project recipe, a recipe template, which I love doing those for title pages, and because there's so many ideas you can do it. So I'm going to take that same recipe template and maybe do it in a different way, but I always do the title pages last. So I haven't done that yet. This Post-it note is a Snoopy die cut. I have bought a Snoopy die cut. I had it in with the photos at one point, and now Snoopy has run away. So I can't find Snoopy. So I am actually going to scrap the expo in July here in Atlanta. And so I will be purchasing another Snoopy die cut because I know they will not fail me. And I will just purchase it and just add my Snoopy die cut there. There's a few more little things. I've got all of this is done. I did all of this. If you look back, this is Croptoberfest from last year. All of these pages were done with Croptoberfest. This was a fun little layout. I was so excited about this because I added these little cards that were just like the game. I just made those by hand. I thought that was a cute little touch. And then I probably will add an embellishment that goes with this collection. I wanted to check them. I was looking online and I didn't take that with me. So I wish I would have taken the embellishments for this layout. I don't know why I didn't because I knew I would need them. I don't know why. But I literally pulled all these papers. I had the pictures ready to go. So it was super fast. This layout was a PR that we did recently on our PR challenge. This was another PR challenge. So all these that I've done this year went to this album. This was a PR that I had done from a long time ago. Another PR that was done a long time ago. But I pulled it out and I was like, okay, this will work perfectly for this page. This was a PR challenge that we did. This is a Fast and Fabulous page. And then I was just like, I'd like to throw in Fast and Fabulous pages to thin my album. And so I just need to journal on this page. See, this is where I have a few more that I need to do. This was PR last week. You recognize it? And then this was a PR challenge this year. So those PR challenges that we're doing every Wednesday, I'm telling y'all, it is helping me get this album done. I have one more 2-page spread and one single page that I need to do. I'm actually trying to work on it now. I'm using this border for my daughter's birthday, but I don't like how it's white, so I'm going to add some paper behind it to make the cakes look all different layers, so that's taking some time. But that is going to be done this week. My goal is to get these albums done by June 1st, and I think I can do it because it's just a little bit here. I think if I can do 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, if I can keep my children from going to the ER. Yesterday, my oldest decided to slip. We've had a lot of rain here in Atlanta lately. I mean, it feels like fall outside. It's like 60 degrees outside. It's cold. And it's we've had a lot of rain, and our backyard is kind of muddy. And my daughter ran in the backyard, slipped, and broke her arm. So yesterday I spent in the ER with her. It's so funny, mother's intuition. You know, as soon as they come in crying, you're like, it's broken. I know it. And sure enough, mommy was right. And it's just a small little fracture, but she'll heal quickly. Great way to get her to drink a lot of milk. So, but anyway, that is, you know, if I can keep them out of the ER, and, you know, I can get this done. I really do think I can. So basically, overall, I love how I prepped. Using those pocket sleeves and pocket folders was perfect when I'm trying to complete an album that has all different papers, all different, it's just a different way to power sort, you know, and power layout. And but for somebody that looks like this, you know, through her papers, it's easier for me to do it this way than opening a box and having it that way. I wish I would have taken, I didn't take my letter stickers. I don't know why I didn't do that. I always forget my letter stickers. Don't know why. Because I think I thought, oh, well, I'll just cut them out on the Cricut. But I think sometimes I was like, oh, this would have been cuter with the letter stickers. I wish I would have taken some more of my embellishments and miscellaneous stickers. I think that would have, I could have, you know, spruced up some pages a little bit easier than, you know, trying to find more things on the Cricut to finish it, because I was determined to finish the pages. But I think we pretty much had like 3.5 days of scrapbooking, and it wasn't all day. I'm telling y'all, we scrapbooked in the afternoon one day. We did the evening like 2 nights, and then the rest of the time we were just having fun. We went shopping one day. I mean, it was fun. And but I think this system works for me. I will say I will be doing something different when I do my next retreat in Scrapbook Expo, because I'm either going to try and finish that Disney album or do Christmas at Expo. So that's going to be a little bit different, because I do a lot of Fast and Fabulous pages and it's all one theme. So it's going to be a little bit different prep for that. But I hope I'm as successful as I was this time. And I love the idea of checking off every time I finished a page. That was very, very satisfying, and very like motivating. Okay, I can get to May 1st. Let's do it. So, you know, different kinds of checking off the boxes, you know, whatever works for you. I used to do just, you know, the big, you know, I created it for my customers, and I'm sorry, I'm not using it now. But because I kept trying to figure out what day of the year is it, because I'm trying to get 365 pages done this year. And I was like, why am I doing all this brain power when there's a sheet out there that tells me what day I'm on? And anyway, so I changed that. I think overall, it was a very successful retreat for the short amount of time I scrapped. I did take, you know, secret boxes. I did take the Disney album, which I only have like maybe 4 pages to journal and like 2 or 3 more layouts to do, or maybe it's even less than that. I think it's like 1 or 2 more layouts to do, and that would be done. So I literally, if we were scrapping from morning until wee hours of the morning, I would have knocked out everything in that project tote. That means I brought 2 secret boxes. I brought a couple quick PRs. I mean, I would have knocked it all out, and it was very, very satisfying. I think the idea of dividing it with these helped me a lot. So it just helps me organize my brain. I'm a checklist kind of person. So when I can check it off and get it done and have it organized, it just helps me be more efficient. And I never had to guess like, oh, what am I going to do here? Because I'd already planned it. You know, it's that whole planning thing that sometimes when you're a busy person, you don't take the time to do that. And I am totally guilty of that. I will have a plan of what I want to do, and then I'm like, oh, it's fine. I'll figure it out when I get there. But I will say, really and I probably spent 2 to 3 hours prepping for this, and that's it. And I was very efficient, and I convinced myself it was totally worth the 2 to 3 hour prep time of really, really thinking through every layout, because I got way more done than I think I would have if I had not done that extra prep. So, I mean, there's a few things. I mean, I took more tools than I needed. But you never know if you're going to need them. But I still kept it in one tools container, tools organizer. So I think that was good. And my friend used some of them, so it was fine. But I think it was very successful. I think I packed very efficiently. I'm very proud of myself. So I hope some of those tips, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back and watch my episode 1, 2, or 3 on this. It's a 4-part series all about how I packed for my retreat. And I will probably do a different one since I'm going to prepare for a theme, and that's a little bit different of packing. And I will probably do another one of these mini series for y'all because it was very well received. I do have to say that I love our community that we've built because I got brilliant ideas about my X-Acto knife. And I truly appreciate it because some of that stuff I didn't think of. And I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Or, yeah, that may work for you, but I will still be accident prone and that will not work for me. But I love the idea and I love the creativity. So, and I even love the other person, one person suggesting you need to buy a different X-Acto knife that already comes with a case. And so I love that idea. But I love the community that we're building. It's all because of you that this is working. And thank you, thank you, thank you. We are almost to 1,000 subscribers, y'all. It's so cool. So thank you for following me and subscribing to my YouTube channel. And tomorrow we will be doing another PR, and I promise it'll be on time. I'm not at the beach this week, so it will be on time, and I will make sure it is scheduled. I totally thought it was last week, but I guess the end of school and craziness, hustle bustle getting out of town, I forgot to schedule it. So thank you for those people that did remind me that I forgot to schedule it, and I appreciate it. And have a fabulous night. Happy scrapping.